against Getafe. Getafe have won 4 of their last 5 games and sit 8th in the table. Levante have won 4 of their last 14, and if that doesn't sound very impressive, well, compare it to their first 14 games of the season when they only won twice. They still have a fighting chance of getting out of trouble down at the bottom. Getafe are looking upwards at Europe. I'm delighted to be joined.
Players that have arrived in January.
Well, we're underway with, and of course took charge alongside Alvaro de Morel. Slightly overhits the cross. It's going to take a little bit getting used.
And as you said, victories by teams around them. Elche, Juan Romero, 5 goals this season.
There's a chance here for Getafe, and of all people, it's Iglesias. Tunde. Cross comes in. Carlo won't do that because he knows he's good enough to play in Europe. Good attack here for Levante. Tunde with a cross, and it's off the crossbar. What a chance that was. It was flicked back towards goal. Gene makes the clearance, and the shot from the edge of the area, not for Levante. 14. This is his 15th appearance.
But the pressure's on for him now.
Well, ball the last
little attacks of Getafe, counter attacks.
Red card comes out, and Gene is down for that very nervous moment. It's a good omen for the home side. Femenia back to Iglesias. Martinez has got Olasagasti charging through the middle. Carlos Espí. Iglesias makes the clearance.
Today, Olasagasti did very well, but they were
from Vázquez. Is it under control? The cross comes in from Tunde and Domingos Duarte. Espí.
Saving the team on a few occasions.
It's laid off by Carlos Espí. Pablo Martinez thinks about the shot, hits the shot, but hits it wide.
In fact, he
won over the top for Liso to chase. He did, as you say, again. Iglesias hangs that one up in the air. It's headed away. Yeah, back to Adrian Liso.
Getting one from
a little bit of space for Femenia. He puts that into the day. Best of Carlos Espí. He's done so well.
Every now and again, but they're not doing much with it. Meanwhile, they're getting
back out to Pablo Martinez. Manu Sanchez made a run ahead of him. Carlos Espí with his back header. Tunde with the. Satriano up against Toljan.
Still manages to beat players, and it's very, very hard to.
Pablo Martinez.
To beat these very solid 2 lines of Getafe, just making
De La Fuente goes long towards Pablo Martinez. The back, the header's gone in. It's gone over the keeper. Way by Domingos Duarte. Pablo Martinez, Olasagasti.
I think Levante fans agree with me because they filled the stadium. It's really, they were done illegally, and then they have to do this.
That is Adrian Liso who's trying to clear. It's played forward towards. Femenia with a cross, it's a dangerous one, it's steered back, comes to Vázquez, rolled back to Iglesias, Iglesias hits it through the crowd. Just the option shot, it goes into the penalty area, it's a nice ball through the middle for Pablo Martinez. Real chance here for... In it comes from Olasagasti. In it comes from Romero, Gene to backs in the middle, in it comes. Gene heads it clear. Olasagasti, Tunde, and that's
follow the rival, etc.
Nice football between Romero. In it comes from Martinez, and it's the header in the end. Toljan. Tunde in support. The shirt pull from. Tunde, they've had the ball in the back of the net, albeit from an offside position. He finds Tunde. Tunde puts it back into the danger area.
But in terms of doing all they can for that to happen, did a good AFCON as well, but just. And then the Tunde hitting the bar in the
shot from distance. Satriano got his head to it. Romero turned in the general direction of Satriano and Vázquez. Adrian Liso's gone down holding situations very much like this one. In it comes from here, whipped in at pace. Carlos Espí almost sends it past his own there, the Valencia Stadium. Dominguez Duarte plays that one forward, and there's a yellow card. Must be the quickest yellow card. Fuente. One over the top for Espí to chase, but it goes all the way through.
So they don't mind if they attack in wide areas, if you can reach there. But my thinking from the coaching staff is that it's not as dynamic as it used to be. Still a leader.
Kiki Femini can't get on the end of that. It's no protests from him, and play continues. Well, it's the Levante defender who stayed down. Not quite to 20,000 inside the stadium. Chance here maybe for Carlos Espí, but the referee's blown his whistle. In the 80s, they were wearing all black.
It was only black.
He's fed Raguba. Raguba with the cross, flicked on by Carlos Espí. In it comes. Romero very lively in limited appearances since arriving. It's that one over the top, and there's a real chance here. Can they open the scoring? You wouldn't want it to be anyone else if you're a Levante fan, but Carlos Espí has blazed it over to protect Getafe from going down to 10 men. Foul, has that been...
add energy in that part of the pitch before Levante starts feeding.
Romero. Towards Adrian. One in the air by Raguba, headed away by...
It's actually Liso, shorter than him, who's getting those long balls coming to him and obviously no
targets. In it comes. Soria thinks about coming in
right away. It'd be good if the
fighting for this one. It's run to Ivan Romero. Can he finish? He's gone down in the area, and the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. Levante have a penalty. Up he steps, and it's saved.
Who was the best player of Levante in the second division, had moments of
curly hair, but sometimes the short sort of squat stance. As Ola Sagasti sends the ball into the area and flicked on. Alvarez on the edge of the area, can he get the shots away? Tries to bundle his way through. Ola Sagasti in the end hits. Toljan sends it back towards the penalty area. Carlos Alvarez. De La Fuente. Back it goes to Arriaga. The cross is a teasing one, and Espí got on the end of it, but slides in. One back by Ola Sagasti. No, referee's blown his whistle. By Moreno. Moreno lays that one off. Tunde with the shot, always rising, always flag up. Run, he receives it back from Ola Sagasti, wins the throw of Da Vinci by Da Vinci. Gené scrambles it by Satriano. Arriaga, foul given against. Again appeals for handball, waved away, and Mario Martin Bimancevic with a chance to send it goalwards. He allowed it to run out of play, and it was nicely done by Manu Sanchez. The cross is a good one. Carlos Espí has scored. Well, he was the player of the month in March. They might as well give it to him now, player of the month for April. Certainly, as far as the Levante supporters are concerned, delirium in the Ciudad de